Hej, witajcie moi drodzy, z tej strony Altair. Kontynuujemy przygody z Runaway 3, przewrotny los. Jesteśmy dalej na cmentarzu niestety. Sprawdźmy, chyba nie te
I
same.
don't know.
Przejście, czy
Carrying
mogę
that
wziąć...
around would be a chore. But the ribbon alone,
No właśnie.
it'll be a great souvenir from Brian's phony funeral.
No właśnie, tak pomyślałem, że może spróbuję chociaż kurczę coś z wieniec wziąć. Wzięliśmy ostatecznie tęgę. Raczej niezbyt mi pomoże, ale no, to jest. Dobra. Okej. Tutaj może coś jednak będzie. Nie wiem. Tu jest fontanna. Tu jest ta kaplica, schody. Ty, do magazynu może wejść. Jak Hams...
Nothing around here. Broken tombstones, rotten old wood, and spider webs galore.
Poważnie?
There they will remain. Nah, No, the stuff left in there is you. I think that's the same one they used to bring Brian's coffin from the psychiatric hospital.
Cholera, no to... Mam problem. Mam
Okie
problem,
dokie.
bo...
Guess not, it's locked. I don't feel like tossing. I don't feel like.
No to mam mega problem. Poważnie. Nie wiem. Co mam uczynić? Zaułek. A nie, to jest... Ta nadzieja, gdy myślisz, że coś jest czegoś nowego, tak? Sprawdźmy, czy... No shit, tu coś jest niby. No nie. Brama cmentar. A tam to raczej tak nie pójdziemy.
Brian's text message said not to leave the cemetery. But I don't see what's
dobra.
wrong with approaching the
Tu
front
coś.
gate.
O, patrzcie. Jednak nowa lokacja. Dobra, czyli tam raczej nie możemy wyjść, ale... Ale... Rusztowanie, sprawdźmy.
Yeah, these things can rust real. Let's see. The shovel. No, kind of creepy in a cemetery. And those metal thingies? No. Cement. What's that? Oh, I know. I'll take one of these adjustable tubular items you can use to prop things up. That might be useful.
No to akurat wiem, do czego użyć. Chyba. Zobaczymy. Tu mamy stare liści. Sprawdźmy, czy...
No way. It must be full of dirt and dead insects.
Ech.
I wouldn't even do it with a rubber glove.
Ech. Tu była jakaś podpowiedź? Może napełnioną wodą coś?
That doesn't sound.
No dobra, nie, to nie. To co, to wracamy raczej. Bo nic tu już raczej takiego nie ma, no właśnie. Nie, będę korzystał w sumie tych rzeczy związanych z obserwowaniem interakcji z otoczeniem. W ogóle sprawdzę, czy jest dźwięk, dobra. Nie byłem pewien. Kurczę, zapominam zawsze przed nagraniem sprawdzić, czy wszystko się ok nagrywa, tak? Ale jest ok, dobra. No, po nagraniu to już trochę lipa, nie? Ale dobra, chodźmy za kryptę i spróbujmy właśnie użyć tego lewarka właśnie.
That sounds good.
O. Bałem się, że posłowie
And when the strap gets a little bit less tight, I'll finally be able to take it off.
Jakie to wielkie jest.
Looky there, now I have two.
No dobra, no to co? Próbujemy zejść w takim razie na dół. Połączymy sobie te paski dwa.
No.
Jakie...
The strap could help me move the block, but no, wait. It's stuck to the other blocks with mortar, so if...
Wstęga zmienić celu.
I decided to purchase a simple model without a condolence message. It's spooky enough anyway.
No i na co to? Jak usunąć zaprawę? Wydałoby się, nie wiem, jakiś młot pneumatyczny, cokolwiek, nie wiem, nie masz tam w narzędziach nic takiego?
No, besides the flashlight, which I've...
Niestety nie, dobra, pogadajmy z tym może. Nowy wątek dialogowy
Am I
będzie?
bothering you?
Albo nie.
Not at all.
O!
Tell me about that
My parabiothermal cable? Well,
A, dobra.
fascinating, Agatha. See you later, Agatha.
whenever you want, dear.
Nie ma nic raczej ciekawego. Kurczę, jedyne narzędzie, jakie można znaleźć, to właśnie u niej. To jest kabel, tu jest grobowiec, nie? Agata. Nie. Chyba, że też tutaj drugą linkę trzeba. To wątpię, no ale...
Yeah, the idea of joining the two straps so they can stretch farther is a good one. But what do I tie the other end to? I don't know. That combination just doesn't appeal. No, the strap I put on works much. No, what?
No i...
I could attach one strap. I don't see how that would help me.
Kurde.
That doesn't sound too.
No i Lipton.
It must be about a 20-foot drop to the bottom.
A może to?
I can't see what good that would do.
Ech. Salowalina, anioł i salowalina. Super. Niby są te opcje podpowiedzi różnorakie,
A
ale
few
to
more
i tak
graves, the brick wall,
nie daje nam
more
źle, nie?
graves. That glance contributed nothing to my knowledge.
A co na to Joshua?
See that thingamajig up on the ledge? I would have snatched that by now.
A. Tylko ciekawie jak. Wiem, wstążką.
Why would I do that?
On by to jakoś wziął ponoć już.
I think I.
Ciekawe.
That doesn't sound. No, it's too dirty.
A może tak?
Let's see what happens if I climb on this.
No właśnie.
Why, yes. It was a wooden box.
Dobra, ruszyliśmy troszkę do przodu.
Think
Co
there's
jest w
some.
środku?
Hey, a key.
Teraz pytanko.
I
Czy
wonder
do
what it's
kaplicy?
for.
Czy do magazynu tam z tyłu? Zobaczmy.
You never know. Well, in this case, the answer is.
Czyli jednak do tego warsztatu chyba tutaj. To by się spodziewał,
See if I
nie?
get lucky. No way. That key is huge. It would never fit into such a tiny lock.
Nie jest do tego? Czy były jeszcze jakieś zamknięte drzwi? Nie wiem. Może magazyn?
Nah. Nah.
To się
empty.
teraz zdziwiłem. Ale może
I
tutaj...
don't know if they'll fit, but ready. Okay, Gita, you spilled more outside the box than you poured in. But I don't think the party concerned will notice. You haven't been sleeping well, you're exhausted and nervous, and do you know how hard it is to pour ashes without expert help?
No, na pewno. Dobra, to co, to teraz może wlejemy tu wodę?
I can't see what good that...
Nie?
Empty, but clean enough to eat off of. Well, if you don't mind some human ash as a... What good would it do?
Szczerze mówiąc, nie wiem, co mi dało to przesypanie tak naprawdę. A, dobra.
Yes. The water won't come out of this.
Ale ten klucz, kurczę.
Well, there are still some ashes stuck to the bottom, but oh well.
Well. Well. Co tam? Ale naprawdę, tylko 2 punkty były takie, gdzie potrzebny był klucz, tak mówiąc poważnie. Ale dobra, spróbujmy może...
I can't see what good that...
Nie?
I don't see how...
Nie?
I can't...
Nie? To na co ja tu lałem?
I can't...
Nie. Szkoda. Strasznie wybrakowany z pomysłów jestem.
I think I've come up with better ideas before.
Pomyślmy na spokojnie, mam klucz. Nie wiem do czego. Drzwi jedne się nie otwierają, do drugiej w ogóle nie pasuje. Jestem no po prostu w ciulowym położeniu.
I better not touch it.
A na górę nie mogę
No,
wejść.
it's... Surely Agatha put it there to...
No nie. Ale... Aha. Eksplanady? Co to jest? A! No tak.
Edward M. Blake. Sounds familiar, but not sure why. Take that?
Też nie ma pojęcia, czemu brzmi znajomo. Nie moja bajka.
A few more graves, the brick...
Joshua.
Keys are made for opening doohickeys, aren't they? Look,
No shit. To już właśnie testowałem, ale nie. A spróbujmy. A chwilunia.
Father, I'm trimming the hedges. If you need me to put the...
Uderzy dzwon, dobra. Ale z tym kluczem to jaja. Wiem co, no tak. Boże.
Hey, I am not that evil of a person. If I had no choice but to rob, then I'd do it from a million...
Nie? Ej, no.
Hey! Hey! Nope. This key... No, stealing 1 cent of that money would be worse than holding up every bank...
A, kratka. Uch. W ogóle nie myślę.
Let's see if it fits this lock.
O, jest i dzwon.
Okay, once I rescue Brian, I'll bring it back here.
To jest w ogóle?
Someone told me that in the olden days these baskets didn't have such long handles, but they added them when it was discovered rich people always sit as far away from the aisle as possible.
Dobra, no i mamy możliwość zadzwonienia. Bo to jest linija na dzwon, dokładnie. A to teraz przyjdzie ta pewnie dziewucha z... co tam, dotknięte się do płotu całe, nie?
Yard is coming right up, Mr. Reverend, sir. Boxes for the deceased in a jiffy. Don't you worry your holy old self for nothing.
Hurry up, little mama.
Well, looks like I managed to get that janitor girl to come. I hope Reverend McCormick doesn't show up at some point and ruin my plan. Hello?
Dobry.
Wait. You're the gal from that crazy guy's funeral. Is that where I saw you before?
Wariat.
Yeah, I
Słodko.
guess.
Okay, but don't come crying to Luann. I'm busier than a bee in a beehive. Gotta run. See ya.
Wow, you are so insensitive.
Taka
Oh,
praca.
all right, sorry. My sincerest condolences and all that. Thing about this job is that you just get sick of all them weepy widows always crying
Tak,
at you.
no.
Anything else?
To było do przewidzenia, że dla niej to już rutyna. Tam przy pierwszych 10 może pogrzebach tam no, strasznego doła pewnie miała, a teraz jej to wisi i powiewa, bo to robota. Trochę współczuję takim ludziom. Znaczy... Do wszystkiego człowiek się potrafi przyzwyczaić, nie? I jeśli na przykład jest takim grabarzem, no to z początku to... No, nieciekawie jest, a później to pewnie jako rutyna. Ciekawe, czy taki grabarz, jak ktoś mu bliskiej umrze, to... Czy jest wtedy taki... niewrażliwy na to, co go spotkało cię? To jest ciekawe pytanie w sumie. Sądzę, że mimo wszystko i tak by pękł. Zaczął płakać i w ogóle tak, no ale to... Taki temat, no. Gdybania.
What's got you so busy, Luann?
Well, this here, can't you see? I've got to get these coffins together before the Tombs for Everyone charity benefit. But the instruction manual's in gibberish and I can't understand a word. But if anyone can get this done, I can.
Okay.
I've never heard of do-it-yourself coffins before.
Me neither. But the old Reverend bought these unassembled on the internet and I've just got to deal with it. They're cheaper than pig's milk, but they're good enough for your final rest.
Well, I could think of a case or two in which that might just come in handy. What exactly does Tombs for Everyone consist of?
Well, it's this thing where if you're poor and you kick the bucket, everything's on the house. We pay for the coffin, the hole, the wreath, the stone slab. It used to be called Put a Tomb in Your Life, but that didn't catch on.
What's up with the manual?
Well, it's in Swedish, and not even a schoolmaster can understand it. It's like Chinese, but worse, because you can find a Chinaman anywhere, but who in tarnation knows where to find a Swede?
Would you let me see the assembly manual? I don't know, maybe I could help.
Besides being a rich city slicker, you figure you're some sort of engineer, huh?
Kartonów po
Well, take
sokach,
it.
butelkach po wodach, że nie wiem, który napój,
Doesn't look easy,
który
but
karton ma
we'll
coś
have
w
to
sobie
try.
do picia.
You thought I'd just have one manual and wouldn't let you borrow it, huh? Well, Luann's accepting help today, so if you can understand any of that gibberish...
Why are you in such a hurry?
'Cause I met this manly stud and he's waiting for me to get off work. His name's Ernie, and he is the finest gentleman I've ever come across.
I think I know that Ernie guy.
If you try to steal my man, I'll slap you silly. Ernie's mine, you got that? Man, for once I reel in a hot catch and a city broad tries to steal him away from me.
So he's waiting for you? Are you guys going on a date somewhere?
He's taking me bowling. Ain't as serious as going to the Sunday ball, but since they don't have them around here...
Wiecie o co chodzi?
You like the guy that much?
Better than a new hoe. Man, I'm even thinking of giving up my sacred chrysanthemum to him.
Nico, wanna go to bowling?
Oh my, how did you meet?
I was hacking away at the hedges. He came over and said some pretty things like that any sane man would fall in love with me, that he couldn't avoid falling for little old me, for me not to stop loving him and stuff like that, about love and the like.
O, teraz mi się
Let's
taki
stop
film
gossiping about Ernie.
przypomniał,
You stop
którym jest
gossiping.
pokazane
I got
świetnie,
dibs on him
jak
and
wygląda
he's mine.
romantyzm XXI wieku. Taki czarnoskóry Afroamerykanin z gitarą. Przed nim jego wybranka i koleżanka tej wybranki. I gra na gitarze, znaczy gra to za dużo powiedziane, tak. I love you, bitch. I don't stop loving you, bitch. Koniec piosenki. A tam to taka... To jest tak straszne, ale tak zabawne, że...
What's behind that big door?
My tools. But get close to them and I'll punch your lights out. They're mine, got that?
No weź. No.
Dang, it's getting colder and colder in here.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of tools do you have?
Man, I got more than the little furry balls on an old sweater. They're mostly garden tools, but I also got the circular saw and the hole-making thing, and the one that puts staples, and the circular saw, and...
You already said that.
What, the circular saw? That's 'cause I like it more than the field without cow pies. It cuts through metal things like a hot knife through butter.
Kurde. Muszę się do niej dostać jakoś.
What if I asked you for one tool and promised to return it right away?
What if I smacked you once, but then smacked you again 2 seconds later?
Okay, already, forget it. Talk to you later. I don't want to make you late.
So what do you think you've been doing up to now? The city
Kurde.
slicker's not too swift.
No i jak tu się z nią teraz zakomplować, żeby faktycznie dała nam chociaż jedne narzędzia. Naprawdę strasznie by się nam dały, ale no kurczę. Na zdrowie.
It's cold.
No, lodówka. Gdzie ja może? No nie, rękawica może.
How weird. It's on, but it's empty.
Well, of course. Who would be such a numbskull as to put something in there?
Why's
Yeah.
that?
Because it's always on the fritz, and no sooner do you stick something in it than it goes pow, and it deep freezes everything to the
Oh.
core, so careful. Man, I don't know why I'm even warning her.
Okay, why the heck not?
Serio, włożyć tą rękawicę? What?
Let's see how long it takes to freeze.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Pow! It's already frozen.
No, I need something to help me keep it frozen once I've taken it out. That's it. I can use the urn as a thermos so that the ice doesn't melt.
Pendle.
O,
Oh, I'd forgotten I put the water in the urn before. But hey. This plant over here looks like it's dying of thirst. Luann was right. It's frozen solid.
na co mi to?
Who could understand this? It's all in Swedish.
Może Agata coś będzie wiedziała.
This goes.
Boże grzejnik, dajesz.
Hammer, pliers, file, scissors. This thin one here seems most familiar to me.
No patrz, włączyliśmy grzejnika, ale to chyba niewiele dało.
I'm catching cold.
As long as Luann is here, I'd better not.
No coraz częściej kicha, nie wiem czy to dobry znak. No nic, dobra. Wejdźmy stąd i chodźmy do kaplicy. Może coś da. Spróbujmy tym silnikiem.
File the block? Of course. I can file away the mortar between the other blocks and file that mortar down. Let's get to
No
it.
i idź. O! Brian? Ej, nienawidziłem tego. W podstawówce mieliśmy badania
Wasabi. No,
wzroku.
the broad's still inside,
Tak,
and I'm starting
pamiętam.
to get
Mocznika oczu,
knackered.
Jezu, nienawidziłem tego.
We're on it.
Nienawidzę, gdy mi coś się wlewa tak do oka, nie? To jest...
Yo, Fatzilla, bad news, dude. Seems we can't go in. We have to wait for her here, then follow her. You have such a way with words.
To już
Well,
wiem, to jest
That wasn't easy,
w cmentarzu.
but I managed to file all of the mortar away.
No dobra. Co możemy teraz
Good
połączyć?
idea.
Super.
And while we're at it, let's finish the job.
No. Jest git, tylko...
I know it seems a bit strange, but, well, it might work.
Teraz tak wygląda, jakbyśmy mieli, nie wiem, jedną z tych linek przeciąć, żeby ten anioł, wiecie, spadł tam gdzieś na prawo, tak? Pociągnął ten bloczek. Tylko jak? No. Nie
That
wiem.
won't work. That doesn't sound...
Ale naprawdę nie wiem po co nam ta...
I don't see how that would help me. The handle is quite long. That won't work.
Nie mam bladego pojęcia. Dajmy instrukcję tej, może na szwedzki.
Could you translate this manual for me? It's in Swedish.
Is Swedish a dead language?
I don't think so.
Niektóry.
Then I can't help you, dear. Though,
No.
if you find the grave of a Swede here in the graveyard, I can ask him or her to translate it for you. But wait. First, let me think. First, I should make certain that the primordial energy in the graveyard is benign. In other words, I have to wait for the spirits infesting this crypt to express their presence by giving off the usual phantom chill.
Już wiem po co ta rękawica. Dobra, tylko nie wiem czy to można jakoś połączyć z tym teraz.
I'm not even gonna
Inaczej. Nie patrz.
Must be a...
Nie wiem do czego to dać niby. Może do tego?
Huh. Not a bad plan, but
No już coś jest jakiś trop, tak? Tylko teraz...
I better not touch it.
To nie powinien pójść na górę z tym?
That doesn't sound... Why would I do that?
Nie da się na górę... A nie, da się. Tak. O.
Very quaint, but I think it could use a modern update.
Aha. Kurczę, ja nie chcę ten... O,
Nah, I might use it still. That doesn't sound... In these heels? Ha! Gina, don't even try.
a chwilunia. Nie. A ten kabel tu jest, dobra. Da radę?
That sounds good.
O.
The end of the cable has no plastic coating, so it'll be much more sensitive to the cold than the rest. So let's see.
Kabel mi się podoba. Dobra, mamy to.
A thermal manifestation! Oh, my spirits. What lovely creatures.
Jak gdzieś
Hey,
pobiegła.
it worked! I feel bad about tricking Agatha, but I guess I've done worse things in my time. And with a lot less payoff than now.
Dobra, zerknijmy. Czy zostawiła
What
coś
about
z-
Agatha?
O, nie ma jej. Ale
No.
może... Nie, dobra. Latarka była nam potrzebna, a Agata pewnie jest przy maszynie, tak?
Oh, there she is. Hey, Agatha, what are you doing here?
Congratulate me, dear. They gave me permission.
Congratulations. Who gave you permission and what for?
Didn't you hear the ectothermal machine beeping? The spirits of the Kilgore brothers, the primordial energy force in this graveyard, have authorized me to proceed with my research on their turf.
Oh, wow, how cool.
So you need not fear
Emocje.
anything any longer, dear. Just answer me honestly. Why is your tormented spirit still wandering through this world?
Because I'm not dead yet?
Come on, are you sure?
I'd bet my life on it. But there are other things I'm not so sure about.
Oh, you have questions? Tell me. I'm your medium.
Okej.
What did you need?
If you find the grave of a Swede here in the graveyard, I can ask him or...
Cholera.
Goodbye, dear.
To może być tu Szwedem, może ty?
I'm not...
Znaczy, nie.
I'd love to know what the M stands for. No special reason. I'm always curious about...
To raczej... Chyba, że po prostu mam się rozejrzeć tak o... Tak o, po.
A few more graves, the brick...
No chyba jednak nie. PiS. Właśnie.
It's a grave directory for the cemetery.
Aj. Może tak ogarniesz?
If a person is in this...
O, właśnie.
Eureka. Ingerman Holgren, born in Norrköping, Sweden, and his grave is in Sector D, Path 2, aisle... Here it is! But the truth is, I don't know why I'm so incredibly happy. I mean, I just found a dead guy, and considering where I am, that's not exactly an amazing feat.
Czy ja wiem. Dobra, wracamy do Gaty. Agato.
Now that the spirits in charge around here are your friends, think you could help me with that Swedish...
Oh dear, it completely slipped my mind. Now where was that poor man?
Ingerman Holgren. Here he is.
Now, my dear, you just wait for me over there.
But...
I need some peace now to get my capacity for understanding to rise to the world of the spirits. Ingerman, I invoke you. Ingerman, come and show yourself. Oh. Munter instructione. Let's see what this book says. Instructions for the assembly.
Agatha, what you just did is absolutely amazing.
Oh, my dear, you've no idea.
Really, thanks to you, I have just what I needed. The fully translated Flichting Coffin Assembly
No
Manual.
nie wierzę. Szukanie grobu tylko po to, żeby dziewuszka użyła słownika, tak? Oszukaństwo niesamowite.
What would you say if I told you that I had translated the Coffin
it's
Assembly
cold.
Manual?
That if you're lying, I'll smack you upside the head.
A to się tylko rwie do bitki, nie?
Oh, my sweet lordy. Wow. Yes, this'll be a cinch. Now, in 5 minutes, I can do this body box. Then I'll get gussied up and it's off to the bowling alley with Ernie. So, will you show the coffin to the Reverend and close up the workshop for me?
Okay, fine. You run along. Don't worry.
So, it turns out you're a real nice person after all. Move out, Ernie.
I'll be seeing you later, hot duck.
At last, I'm alone.
Co za ten pacita? Znaczy, to
Finally.
miła kobieta.
There's Luann's famous circular saw. It's heavy, but I'm sure I will be needing it.
No to już wiem, co mam zrobić. Pewnie to połączyć z tym.
Yeah, it's such a silly idea that it might even work. What am I saying? What about the ribbon from the funeral wreath?
Kurwa, genius. No i teraz...
Come on, let's get down to work.
No i teraz...
That turned out even better than I expected. Let's see how well it holds.
No i teraz, kurczę, mogę iść chyba do tego anioła przyciąć mu tam... No, wyjątkowo nie skrzydła, tylko... ten sznur taki metalowy, co tam ma na sobie. Daj, nie od tej strony, przepraszam. Patrzcie, uczcie się, drugie dzieci. Ha! Jest. Oh dear.
Oh my god, what a mess I've made. Yes, the
Boże, nawet
stone
tego anioła
moved.
nie zauważył mnie.
Although, when Reverend McCormick comes back, I know one parapsychologist who's gonna have a lot of explaining to do. Poor old woman. Oh well.
O, well. Ej, chciałbym mieć tak wyrąbane na wszystko. To latarka? Znów?
I think I've come up.
Serio? Wystarczy się
No, I'd
lecieć?
probably end up wrecking my hands instead of.
Aha.
I don't see how that would help me.
Ty kurde, i co teraz?
That makes no. They're the same kind of bricks lining Brian's grave. Maybe if I'd studied martial arts, I could karate chop through, but
Już myślałem, że będzie z górki. Co? Idziemy szukać kolejnych.
that pole must have fallen off after what happened with the angel. I'll put it back in place so I don't trip.
Albo
I'd rather keep it.
właśnie nim mam zniszczyć tą ścianę. Spróbujmy. Proszę.
Great idea.
Jest.
Bring it on, Gina. Brian, if you can hear me, stay away from the wall. Hi-ya! Brian! Brian?
What, you don't know where he is?
Who are you?
The guy who sent you the text message. Banana!
Wait a minute. You're Gabbo, Brian's friend from the psychiatric hospital. What are you doing in here?
Sleeping. I didn't intend to stay in the box. I got in before the burial. I was gonna try to meet you afterwards. To find out where Basco is, but it turns out you don't know either. Improvise,
To
Spiegelman!
oni nie zakupują
Did you fall asleep
ziemią
inside the
tych-
grave?
Narcolepsy. Let's go.
Where to?
Out. To find the only guy who can help Basco.
Weren't there some thugs by the exit?
I'll kill one guy, you take the other. How's that?
Are you nuts?
Kurde.
Okay. Let's try to Steve McQueen. I'll need a couple of cars.
Ah, there she is, the little cow. That wait was so boring, man. What the... Banana!
Hurry up, get in!
Okay, she got away. No, we'll find her. That little slapper's dead, I swear.
Zaczęliśmy rozdział pierwszy, rozdział drugi, sztuka ucieczki. Komponistka z pierwszego Runawaya.
Then I will nash my head.
You can go to sleep. If you make a wrong turn, I'll tell you. Turn off! There! There!
Is this where that friend of yours is going to save Brian is?
No, we won't get there till dawn. My stomach has feelings too, you know.
Tell me about Brian.
About Basco? How do I know? Took him a long time to get used to Happy Dale. At first he was horrified. But, you know, not everybody's cut out for living in the nut house. It's like this. The worst part is that swine Kurger made life real hard on him.
Wariatkowa.
He does that with all the rookies. But Basco stood up to him. I liked the guy. I said, we're like kindred spirits. Banana! And he was.
Banana.
No one can steal keys or trick an orderly or fool a nurse like he can. And at night, even though he was hard to convince, that kid had a natural-born talent for poker. And he hardly even paid attention. He'd spend the whole day thinking about his next hypnotherapy session with Dr. Bennett. I'm innocent and I'm sane, he'd always say. Soon I'll be free and get back to Gina again. 2 days ago, yeah, it was Monday. On Monday, he went totally berserk from the therapy.
Bennett wants to throw me in jail. I've got to escape.
We'll miss you.
Gabbo, you've escaped hundreds of times. You've got to help me out of here.
Pipe down, Basco, let me think. What you need is a Clint Eastwood.
Huh?
It's an escape designed for beginners. Not very artistic, but effective.
I'm not going back to jail. Tell me what needs to be done and... I'll do it.
Listen up. You go into the casino and climb through the vent for the air conditioning ducts. Right behind the cover, you'll find a map. Use it to get to the central fan. A huge tube comes out of there. Climb up one of the numbered ladders. Doesn't matter which one, but don't even think of going up number 2. Slip between the bars, and you'll reach the tower at the top of the roof. You'll see a cable that leads down to the highway right outside the walls of Happy Dale. Just slide down that puppy end.
Thanks for the plan. Enjoy your stay, idiot.
Kurgan! Stop! Open up, Kurgan! Open it! Now what do I do? That psycho stole our plan.
Basco, the art of running away involves much more than following a plan to the T. Improvise.
But how am I supposed to get into the casino? That psycho locked the door from the inside.
Improvise, I say. And don't be dozing off. You gotta get everything ready to escape right when the clock strikes midnight. Not a minute later or a minute sooner.
Could you remind me what the original escape plan?
Go into the casino. Go into the air ducts through the vent. Follow the map you find until you reach the central. Climb up the tube and slide through the bars. Drop down the cable.
Banana.
Why do I have to go into the air ducts through the vent in the casino?
You can't use the air vent in the common areas because there's always someone who can see you. The air duct vents in the rooms are so close to the cabinets that they're impossible to use. Only Munchkin Bob managed to get through one. But of course he was smaller than a shoebox. In other words, the air duct vent in the casino is the only sensible choice.
Sometimes I don't know what to think. Are you sure you're crazy?
I haven't got a clue. It's not something that worries me. But I don't plan on contradicting these smart aleck shrinks who've been analyzing me since I was a kid. If they think I'm nuts, then so be it.
I'm gonna keep planning my escape, Gabbo.
Good for you.
See you later, Gabbo.
Okay. And you can tell me about how Bennett sold you up the river, right?
Now would be better. When I came to, after being hypnotized, Bennett was already at his desk talking on the phone.
Judge Whitley, I was just wanting to, oh, it's all settled now. Well, first thing tomorrow I'll have the report to you. But in conclusion, he's lying. He's not mentally ill. He's completely cognizant of his acts. He belongs in a prison and should never be let out.
Nice story, Basco. Now get back to work. Banana!
Patrząc na model postaci straszy,
What can I do to get into that casino?
Yesterday'a, naprawdę. Okej, drugi rozdział rozpoczęty i ten drugi rozdział będziemy kontynuować w kolejnym odcinku. Dziękuję wam za obecność, za uwagę. Trzymajcie się i do następnego.
Banana!